Alrighty, today's March 11th. It's about 10 to 12. Really late start. This is a Titan Blue Streak. Or sorry, I believe a Titan ER because of the aluminum starter handle. Manual clutch. The color of it, I believe it to be the original color. I talked to a few people. There would have been fan shrouds on here. And on the fan shrouds is one place you could find the tag to say whether it's a ER or Blue Streak. There's not a lot of difference between the ER and the Blue Streak. You can have a Blue Streak with a manual hand clutch. Right now this motor needs a right hand piston and cylinder. Got a good used one over there. There's currently no spark. So I'll take it apart, take the flywheel off, clean up the points, hopefully that's all it is, and get spark. It's a 2-cylinder, opposed twin, fires simultaneously or at the same time, however you want to say it. Check the fuel tank here, doesn't look too bad. Not sure what condition the carburetor's in. Anyway, with any luck, I'll get some spark today, get the piston cylinders on. The left hand cylinder, which has good piston and rings. 2 of the rings are partly stuck. There's 3 rings. Anymore, when I get a little further into it, I'll turn it back on. Thanks. Okay, so I got the flywheel off. I don't know if you can see there where I've rubbed my glove. There's a bit of grease in there. There's a bit of greasy, oily residue on the points. That's really not a good sign. Looks like a little trace of it down here. It's hard to say if shit got behind it. It sat apparently for over 40 years. Single coil, 1 set of points because it fires simultaneously, 2-cylinder, 1 coil, firing the spark to both cylinders at the same time. The main crank bearing seems good and tight. Points are a bit dirty. I'll clean them, re-gap them, clean up all the oily residue out of here with a bit of brake clean, and hopefully you got spark. Without spark, there's no sense in carrying on. Anyway, I'll bring you back when I got more. Okay, I'm back. I've got good spark now. Just got to put the flywheel back on. See this hole here? I believe it goes right through the side there. I believe at one time that would have been the kill switch. Obviously somebody's been in here long before me. I believe this saw's late 40s, early 50s. Don't know because there's no tag on it. But you can see this has got one style of screw. Another style, it's a bolt with a screw head. I don't know what it would have originally been. 2 big old Champion spark plugs. I'll use them for now. They're a little bit different. Both the same plug number. Champion 6M. I don't know if you can see it. Anyway, they have spark for now. That'll do. And I'll be back when I get a little bit more. But anyway, good spark. So put the flywheel back on. I'll put a kill switch wire in. Get a bit more cleaned up. Then move on to replacing the bad piston and cylinder. When I get a little bit more done, I'll bring you back. Okay, this is the next day. I'm not sure what I said yesterday's date was. Anyway, this is Sunday, March 13th, 2016. So I never turned the camera back on. I did get, I took the ignition back apart, put new plug wires. They were all cracked. I got new spark plugs in it, so they're brand new plug wires. Got good spark. I replaced the fire piston and cylinder. Took this side apart, freed up the rings. It looks like there's the piston that I took out of it. Looks like somebody actually run it for a while with the skirt broken. I'm not sure if you can see all the carbon on it. If it was just broke and shut down like that, there wouldn't be that pile of carbon on it. It's a funny thing, there's inserts in the piston, so it takes a smaller wrist pin. These inserts push in from the back side, go through the face, and you put a snap ring in. There's no snap rings in this, so the piston pin was going up and down the cylinder and chewed it up. The other side, when I took it apart, somebody had been in there, they put new brass insert in. There's no snap rings in it. So I think somebody did like a rebuild, sort of, I guess if that's what you want to call it. And forgot to put the snap rings in, and it ate up the far cylinder. Dropped the compression and quit. Anyway, I gotta take the carb apart and I'm gonna check the clutch. The transmission was off of it. It looks like somebody's gone out a lot of things on this thing. I put in a kill wire. Haven't got it hooked up to anything right now. Get at her and hopefully I can get up and running in the next day or two. This side show you, I took the reed plate off. I want to check the reeds, clean the carb and that. There's the crank, you can see. Nice and clean. There's the two connecting rods. Crank looks good down in there. Just a lot of people wonder when you say, you know, it fires simultaneously, what the crank would look like. Anyway, there you go. There's the carburetor. I'll clean it all up, check it all out. It's a Tilson carburetor. Fairly large throat to it. But I guess these are 300cc engine. Anyway, more to come. Okay, back again. Just wanted to show you I got some good luck for a change on this. You can see this is not bad at all. Pretty clean down in there. So it must have been run dry of gas. Even the floats look nice and clean. So I'll just blow out all the passageways and put it back together and then move on to the clutch. Anyway, back to you later. Alrighty, today's March 17th. I haven't had time to do anything with this in a while. So I got the clutch all apart, cleaned it up. It's literally got a throwout bearing right here, and how it works is the throwout bearing pulls on this piece right here, pulls like this, pulls the shoes together, and when you let off on the handle, when you twist the handle the other way, it lets the shoes come out to grab. Here's the clutch drum right here. It's got the lining on the inside. Anyway, so that's all cleaned up now, and gonna put it back together. And I don't know, shouldn't have taken so long. I was hoping to have it up and running by now, but things are just not going the way I wished. Anyway, when I get more, I'll turn it back on.